egotistical maniacs like me. Yeah, love that stuff. Yeah. But anyway, so let me see what's working here before we start. Let's see, 10 p.m. That's that. No, that's not the new one. A new one. Oh, hi, Periscopy. Nice to see you there. Let's see, and let's see on Facebook. You there? 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 You should be, right? Yeah, okay, we're live on... okay, we're on YouTube, yay! And somebody complained that I don't send out notices before I go on, and sometimes I don't even know when I'm going to do it. I really research all day, trying to finish my research reports. Well, thank you. Thanks for showing up. And so I really don't know when. I'm trying to give you a heads up when I can. It usually may only be an hour or two ahead of time, and that may be the best I could do. I'm sorry, but see, I got to take care of paying customers first. You guys I just give for free. But I got to keep doing this, and I can't keep doing this unless people pay too, and I got to keep them happy. So I could keep doing this. Then if I don't, then I have to get a normal job, and that would be boring as hell. And that's like jail. You guys know that. Everybody's been there. Right? If you aren't there now. And that's what I really try to do in my work, is get people out of jail. This is get out of jail free card. That's what I want to do. Because there's free ways to get out of jail. I always felt like working for somebody was like being in jail. Yeah. You're told what to do every second of your life. And that's what I think makes us sick inside, man. If we don't have control of our life, and most jobs aren't that way, it just, I think, burns it. And then plus, sitting in traffic for an hour. My mom wants to buy a house so she can rent it out to me and my family. We live in Lafayette, Indiana. Mom is suffering big time financially, so it could, how all could I accomplish it? Linda, good idea. I think you can. You'll get some ideas today. And the things I'm going to share with you today are because I do custom reports. Now, if this makes sense for you, Linda, go to lesko.com/tutor and see the custom report. It's $49.95, and I'll just find you all the programs in Lafayette, Indiana that are free or low cost or subsidized programs. I'm not going to tell you what Chase Bank has. They tell you that enough. I'm not interested in promoting Chase Bank, but let them do that. I want to tell you stuff that let's see. Hi, is watching. Bring them on camera. Great. Okay. Yes, bring them on camera. So what I want to tell you is all the programs that don't advertise. I mean, the government programs, the nonprofit organizations, that have helped to do this, even on the internet now, all this kind of stuff that's available that doesn't advertise. And that's what my specialty is, trying to show people there's options out there and how to live life a little better, a little easier. And you think those fat cats don't live that way? Man, they certainly do. Let me tell you, they're using the hell out of government programs. Here's a little thing about the mortgage rate. In other words, you could write off your interest rate on the mortgage. Okay, now that costs like $190 billion a year to the government. So the government's paying out that money. They're helping people buy houses by giving them money to pay their mortgage. So in other words, what they do is they give you interest, so you could give more interest to the bank to pay your mortgage. So the bank's getting, you're getting a subsidy to give to the bank to pay a mortgage for the house. Okay. Now, we would think that we want people who can't afford houses to buy houses, right? But however, that money from the government that goes to people buying houses, 72% of it goes to the richest people in the country. 72%. So that's like $60–70 billion, more than that. You know what? And it's interesting. So we're giving rich people like $70 billion so they could buy houses. Now, this is every year. And you know what? I mean, there's studies I've seen that it only with 22 billion. Okay, 70 billion. It's like $68 billion. We give to rich people to buy the houses. Okay, and I would think housing money give people houses. People don't have houses. Okay, now so we're giving them 60 or 70 billion dollars. Now the people that are homeless. Okay, we have homeless. I don't know where you live, but I see more and more every day. Nice, friendly people. I don't give money to everybody, boy. I don't know how to do that, but I wave and talk and things like that. And they all know me because I wear question mark suits all the time, so we talk a lot, and sometimes I give them some money, sometimes I don't. But I think just a recognizing people like that, say hello, just how are things going today? Like the people panhandle, I say, how's business today? Any good? Yeah. Hey, it's a little rain. You're out here trying to make money, huh? Yeah. So I think just really, making people for you. That's what we want to do, is be recognized more, I think, in life. And that I feel, is something I could give. But more importantly, we could solve our homeless problem now. At least some research company called the Center for American Progress. It sounds, probably a conservative. Joe from Harrisburg. There's homeless in Harrisburg, right? You got them all over. Well, we could solve that with $22 billion a year. For homeless. Okay, we're given like 60, 70 billion dollars to fat cats to buy houses. And we could solve our homeless problem, which affects all of us, right? No matter who the heck you are, rich, poor, whatever. These people are homeless for who knows what. But we could solve that problem for just like a third of that. I mean, that's sort of neat, isn't it? I'm fine, Lester. Thanks for checking in. Now that we solved the homeless problem, let's solve our own housing problem. That's what we're here for, right? So now we know what policy changes have to be made, and you think they're going to do that? Bullshit, right? Because guess who has a lobbyist and guess who doesn't have a lobbyist? The fat cats who get this interest rate, and the banks who are getting the money for the interest, otherwise they won't give out as much mortgage money. and actually the homeless, I see very few homeless people lobbying up in Washington. They got to eat first. They got to live first. All this other kind of stuff that just gets in the way of lobbying. Isn't life terrible like that? Boy, just eat, trying to figure out how to eat and where to sleep and stuff like that gets in your way of doing stuff, It certainly does. Actually, less costly to solve the homeless problem than to pay for consequences of people having no home. That's right. That's another issue. Right. Even that. Okay. It just really shows where our priorities are, or and actually the health debate now, they say we don't have money to pay for health care for the children's health care package. There's like 9-10 million children, that get free health care because of income. So they can't find money for that, they say, because we don't have money. And on the other side, they're giving out, the same people who say that are giving $1 trillion to millionaires. That's how much is in this tax cut. Each millionaire is going to get like $1 million extra bucks in it. So we have money for that, but 9 million kids without health care. Well, they'll figure it out, right? Okay. Well, let's figure it out for you first. You want to know how to get real estate. You want to know how to buy a house. Okay. Now, I'm working on a customized research for in Connecticut. And I get shocked every time I do it. It's in Hartford area, that I'm working on. And I see all these things that, like here, there's the links that I have them now on my Facebook, because Facebook is a nice place for me to have links that I find during the day and just put them up there. So I have one place, all the links. And when you go to that page on Facebook, I don't even know, I haven't done anything to it. I mean, you can't even buy anything from me on that. It's part of my Facebook page, which is Matthew Lesko, but it's a tab called My News, okay? And there's a link here for hartfordpreservation.org. Okay, hartfordpreservation.org. Now, even if you go there now without going to my page, take a look at that, because you will see a whole bunch of programs for fixing up your house. Okay, so now in who's the lady who needs a house? Mom wants to go to buy a house in Indiana for her son, daughter, whatever it is. Oh, I can't see that. Okay, well, you know who I am. Yeah, somewhere in India, I just got a note. that they want to buy a house in Indiana. Okay, so now you buy an old house or something that needs fixing up. See, this is for fix-up money. The kinds of money, if you go to this website, you see the kinds of money, that can be used for fix-up that you never even knew about. You never even think about it. And here, the CT, that is the Connecticut Trust for Historic Preservation Revolving Fund. Now, see, if your house is old, I don't know what a house old is in this country. It could be 50 years. A lot of houses are that. So they just want to preserve something or whatever. So you get money, to do that. Here, the city of Hartford itself, now the city has another program, to fix up houses. And this is for low and moderate income families. That's what a lot of housing programs are for low and moderate income families. I mean, anybody can buy a house, but getting a lot of the grant money is usually set aside for low and moderate income families. Okay, old house, high cost of heating and cooling throughout, right? Yes, and actually, if you have an old house and a high, want to do that, call. You could get, it depends on where you live, but see if you could get a free energy audit. Okay, a free energy audit. They have this in a lot of counties and states and things like that. They come out for free and say, oh my God, yeah, this is it. But all we have to do is put caulking around here and some insulation in your attic, and there's a grant for that, and you'll cut your heating bills in half or whatever the heck it is. Even if you're only saving $100 a month, that's what this is for. And there is a grant for that too. It's called the weatherization program. So that's another thing. Call 211 where you are and ask for the weatherization program, because that's what they really do. They give about, I think about $5,000–6,000, to people to fix up their house like that, so they pay less utility bills. So you get a grant to make it more energy efficient. So you're not only fixing up the house, you're getting your utility bills cut too, and that's the important thing. And so that's what this money is for in Hartford. Preservation Loan Fund website. Okay, if you put Hartford Preservation Loan Fund, you'd find that. Now, here's another interesting one. It's a lot of cities, too, has some, the Facade Improvement Program. So this is where they give you grants because your house looks shitty. And it depends on where you live, but it's really cool, and a lot of it is for commercial places. So if you're downtown area, so they got traffic, and Bill Nye, somebody said they look like, yeah, I know, I get a lot. Actually, he lives in Washington too, so I could understand it walking around the street. But no, I don't know why. I don't think he's ever wore question mark suits, but I know I look like him. I put on a bow tie, and I wear a lot of bow ties too, so that's maybe another thing that happened. Land development. Who wanted land development? Yes. There's programs for that. Most of the programs, if you want to go one place, is federal government HUD, federal government USDA, and then your state. But let's go through what here. Okay, now there's another. Hartford has a home improvement program. Now now this is a loan, but see, if the government's giving you loans, to be lower interest because it's government subsidized. The rest of us are paying for you to get a cheap loan. That's what it is. But this is important, right? So they give you $5,000 to $50,000. And it's also, what's neat, it's for residential, owner-occupied, or investor-owned. Okay, so this is money, for 1 to 4 unit buildings. So maybe you have a 4-unit house. You're living in one, and you're renting out the other 3. Okay, and this is a great way to start in the real estate business because you're paying for yourself, and you're there, and whatever. It's a great thing. This was very popular earlier on, and now it's not as popular, but it seems to be coming back. I don't see it everywhere, but there's a lot of places, cities, and whatever, that money is available just to do that. I mean, there's still a lot of these structures around, or even build one. I see a lot in Washington and everything. So that's $5,000 to $50,000, and that's called a home improvement loan program. So even though it's a loan, it's low interest loans. It's going to be easier to get than anywhere else because it's really, see, a loan from the government is because you can't get it anywhere else. You know, that's the important thing. If you had perfect credit rating and everything like that, and were a rich kid and yada yada yada, the government really not too interested in helping you. It's when you can't get anywhere else, or you want. But actually, the rich people do it, and they use the hell out of it because they know it's a bargain. So that's what I'm trying to do, is like more people know that it's who it's really there for. Look at Donald Trump. He's made gazillions using government programs, for housing, real estate, and now he doesn't even pay taxes too. So that's pretty cool. Okay, where are we? Okay, so that's a rehab loan. That's fixed up. And here's a Building Together Hartford. This is a nonprofit organization called Rebuilding Together, and they fix up houses for free. That's right, free, F-R-E-E. So that's cool. King Old House High Cost Project. Is there a land development grant that would allow for construction of monolithic dome in Lafayette, Indiana? I mean, you can't be that specific in looking for money. I need a grant for a monolithic dome in Indiana. I mean, there's nothing categorized that way, so you're not going to find it. It's silly to even look. What you do though, is look for programs, on, just real estate, and how you could make that fit your, your dome that you want to fit. You don't go out and look money for a funny guy with question mark suits to get money, And now you're like, hey, what kind of money's out there, And they don't care what you use it for. You just have to know it's there first. So that's why to start looking for that. Okay, so we have Rebuilding Together in Hartford. Okay, now that is a nonprofit organization, comes and fixes up your house for free. Now maybe you pay for supplies. I don't think so in this one. Usually they get most of their supplies free and fix it up. So like in Indiana, mom needs her house fixed up. Man, this is it. You need a ramp put in, in your house. This is one of the places. But actually things like that, fixing up house, there's a lot of local programs, that you could start finding. Now here there's the State Historic Restoration Fund. That's another program. They have 2 restorations funds. See, you just never know where this stuff is. So that's just one of the links, that I show you here. Okay, let's go to another one. We'll show you. Okay, 0 interest loan for a new furnace. Wow, 0 interest loan for a new furnace. Who the heck is going to give you a 0 interest loan? That's why I'm not. I don't want to. The financial services industry doesn't need my help to make money. They make more goddamn money than God. They're the fastest growing industry in our country for the last 30, 40 years. They made more money than anybody else. Actually, what is it? The financial services, banks, and all these other kind of people. They're responsible for 25% of all the profits in the USA comes from financial services. 25%. Okay, now what percentage of the American people are employed by them? 4% of the people are getting 25% of all the profits that are generated in the United States. And then they rip you up. Oh, what is it? Wells Fargo. They were signing millions of people up for services and not even asking for them. Wow! I mean, and now they want to cut out the new regulatory agencies. They're trying to, level the playing field with these people. And of course, they want to get rid of it because then we can't make money. We're going to hurt the financial services industry. Oh God, heaven to bid! Oh my goodness, what's going to happen? We're all going to die. Oh my God. Anyway, okay. Now here's another one. Free heating and fuel. Okay, now that is a free furnace. I mean, money to buy a furnace. Okay, it's a loan program, sorry. Okay, so it is at the Connecticut Housing Investment Fund, Inc. Okay, so if you go to CHIF.org, 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 okay? That's where you find those people, to get that money. And they want you to get a furnace. They're not there to make money on this thing. They're there to make you live better. Now what is Wells Fargo there? They're just, we're here just to make sure your house is great. Bullshit. You ask the investors in World of Fargo. They don't give a shit about your house, right? They want to know how much profit they're making, you know. So that's the different game, you know, and that's understandable. We're a capitalist society, and that's what a lot of it goes. But there's just some limits to that. That's all we have to realize. And also, there's alternatives, because most of us don't even know the alternatives. So if you don't know the alternatives, you know, you're not going to be able to take advantage of them. And that's what I'm trying to show to people. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, $10,000 grant to get a grant from your boss to buy a house. A grant. That means the government subsidizing, giving him money so they can give money to you to buy a house. Okay, and that's, if you go to, this is in Connecticut area, it's a home ownership incentive program. And here you could, SIN, Southwest Institutions Neighborhood Alliance. So this is a nonprofit organization. And here you want to see their website, SINAINC. SIN, like sin, and then AI, artificial intelligence, and then NC.org. Remember, .org, that's where you're getting the deals, man. .org, not a .com. It's .org or .gov. Screw everybody else until you have a lot of money, then you can look at these other things. Okay, but until then, this is where you want. So it's SINAINC. And that's right, certain businesses there in the Connecticut, Hartford area, they have grant money, you know, if you work for them, so that you live near them. The government doesn't want you to commute and clog up the highways and stuff like that. So they're offering incentives for people to buy homes near work. Yeah, and that's what it is. I mean, there's always a bigger reason why all this is going on, and that's cool, you know. And that's why, but that's why it's learning this. See, they're not going to have an advertising program. They're not having a, you know, a Turkey Day sale or whatever the hell it is. All these sales we have in this country, so you don't find out about them. So that's another one. Okay, what else we have here? $15,000 down payment and closing costs. Okay, you're getting $15,000. Plus closing costs, about $2,500. So that's almost, you know, $17,000, $18,000 to buy a 1 to 4 unit home. Okay, and that's at the city itself, Hartford, HARTFORD.gov. So that's $15,000 for down payment. Another $25,000. I have to get back to my synagogue. Oh, shalom. Well, you do that. God's more important than some huckster on the internet here. Okay, so Hartford.gov, and that's $15,000 down payment money, plus $2,500 and closing costs money. And that's, see, that's another thing. What's interesting, that's 1 to 4 units. What about South Florida? I don't know exactly what's in South Florida, but I could tell you, if you want me to do the research, I'm trying to show you the kinds of things. And these are the kinds of things that are all over. The exact program may or may not be in other states, in other cities, or whatever. I can't really tell for sure until you or I or somebody else does that research and find out. So that's what I'm really trying to do today, is just educate people on what is the possibility of out there. Because if you don't think there's a possibility of something, you're not going to look. Oh, nothing. Nobody ever gets this. There's no such thing as this. Oh, no. I never heard of anybody going on that. You know, and actually, the last video I talked about how I got free cars or whatever. Because I have a report on free cars. If you go to lesko.com/tutor, and actually you can get it half price. Car 50. Okay, and I put all the programs that offer free cars and free car repairs and stuff like that. And then this woman who follows our stuff, she did a video and sent me all the literature, and I have it on my Facebook page there, of how she got a car just like last week. And they called her up. She forgot all about it. She applied like 6 months ago and got the free car. Now, of all the programs I talk about, that would have been probably one of the tops. I said, nah, probably no one ever really got that. But they do. And all of life is that way. Somebody's doing it. And all I know for certain is that it won't happen to you unless you apply. If you say nobody's going to get it and nobody's going to apply, you're right. you're never going to get it. And that's true with getting a job, getting a mate, getting anything. If you don't try, you don't get nothing. And that's what it's all about. Okay, so that's what is that? $15,000, and let's see, $15,000 plus $2,500 in closing costs. Hartford.com. Okay, what do we have next here? I'm going to show you another. Okay, grants for down payment and closing costs if you don't sell your house for 10 years. Okay, see, that's right. What I'm trying to show you is there's all kinds of different programs. You don't know what the hell to ask for. So that's why if you ask for this program, you say, I want a grant. Okay, and you say, well, we don't have grants. And then you go away. See, now here, this is a loan, number one, that no interest rate and you don't pay it back as long as you live there 10 years. Doesn't that sound like a grant to you? Huh? You're getting all this money, never pay interest, and never pay it back if you stay there 10 years. That's why it's bad to ask for grants. You're looking for financial assistance. That's all you want to say. You know, never say anything else but financial assistance. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. Because actually, only 20% of the free money that the government gives out is called grants. So you want to miss 80%, and you would. See, and that's why, you know, people say, well, I want a geodemic dome or something I want to put on land, and you look for that. It's not going to find it. But there's money that you could fit into that. That's why it's all about understanding. To me, life is trying to see what's out there. That's why research becomes more and more important. You have to see all the available options out there and how to make the current options that somebody else is trying to solve a problem with fit also the problem you're trying to solve. See, these programs are not set up because somebody says, I love research. Send me an email, whoever said that, because I may be able to, you know, if you want to do something, let me know. Here, I'm at leskofreeradio@gmail.com if you really love doing research and really digging in. Because that's it, you have to have some passion for digging ditches and like gold mining, you know, and have the thrill that when you find it and know that it's maybe there if you work hard enough to find it and stuff like that. And that's the kind of background you need. If it's a pain in the ass, and if it's not easy, you're going to quit, you know, then you're not going to find anything good. Yeah. So leskofreeradio@gmail.com. Yeah. I need a loan for land and housing development and would cost as much as $30,000. That would cost as much as $50,000. Where would I look? Oh, now wait a minute. $500,000. Well, there's probably 100 places to look in Indiana, I guess you're going. There's federal programs, there's state programs, there's nonprofit organizations, there's county programs, there are county, city, and I mentioned nonprofit, plus now the internet. There are 1,000 websites investing in real estate, and these are platforms. So these are crowdfunding sites of people looking for deals to invest in real estate with partners and stuff like that. So that's where I'd start. And that's, you know, the kind of research I do. You could do it. There's no magic to this. It just takes work. You got to start digging ditches and trial and error. You follow your nose. Hey, maybe this is big. And they say no, and they say, well, when they say no, you say, well, then where do you think it is? Where do you think I should look? Ask them. Because they're in the business, and you thought that it would be, might you have a link? Yes, actually, the first place to start is here. Lesko.com/5free. Lesko.com/5free. That's a free download, and I have video instructions about the 5 best places that will do research for you for free. Okay, that will help you. Like the stuff I charge for, these people will all help you that for free. So my suggestion is you go to that, download that, follow that steps, and start learning, you know, the system about where these places will be, because they'll help you for free. I unfortunately can't do that all the time. I do that when I can. Okay, now, okay, so here for the down payment and closing costs, as long as you stay there for 10 years, you go to, again, that same website, because this is in the Hartford area, Sin, oh, you sinner, oh, you're such a sinner, Sin, AI, artificial intelligence, and then nc.org. Sin, AI, artificial intelligence, then nc.org. Okay, the program on loan with no interest and live on for 10 years is something I can use now. Yes, now that program that I just gave you, that SINAINC.org, that's only in Hartford. So if you're not in Hartford, you have to look around for something similar where you live. Okay, so that's how you follow up on that. So that's what I mean. See, we don't. This is why we're the question mark suits. Really, the answers are easy. I mean, you could go into Google and put housing grants and literally get 100 million websites. So you got answers. What the hell are you going to do with that? Yeah, but you didn't even. All you're going to find there though are people who want to sell you something, right? So how would you know to find this thing? What are you going to put in? You don't. See, that's why the questions are more important than the answers. We all say, oh, I just want to do this, I'll go and go. This is why I think Google is a problem in our life. It has good points, but it's making people believe that they could find anything just by putting in a question. And what they're doing is finding the wrong answer because they're putting in the wrong question. We don't know the right questions to ask because we don't know what's out there well enough to ask those questions. And that's what you have to do, is start training yourself to learn what's out there. Okay, now here's another neat service, okay? Now, there's something called Book a Librarian. Yeah, isn't that cool? Book a librarian? What else would you do with a librarian except book them? Dano. I don't know, remember Hawaii Find Out 5-0, if you're old enough, there was a tagline. When they get the bad guy, they say, okay, Dano, book him, Dano. That was his sidekick's name, Dano, or something like that. Are you a wealth of information and resource to many? I want to open a safe house for an at-risk girl who has been, for one girl you want to do a safe house? I'd work with somebody else, Crystal, or something like that. I have a download on lesko.com/tutor. There's a great report. It's only $20. Downloads all the like the 10 best places for you to start a nonprofit and get money to do it. Okay, and these are the best places to get money for any nonprofit. It's a great starter if that's a nonprofit. Lesko.com/tutor. Toot toot toot. Gooba hoot toot. Okay. Or actually, you could, and if you go on my YouTube channel, I got about 2,000 videos there, and a bunch on, and I try to organize them, and I think I have some organized on nonprofits, so you could start there. But that is, man, I've been saying this 20 years, 30 years, actually closer to 40, to tell you the truth, and that is the best I have on that. But okay, let me go to Book a Librarian. Now, every library doesn't have it yet, but I'm finding it in a lot of libraries. A lot of us get more money property there. The property development is a super energy efficient, durable, cut and adjusted. Also, thanks again. I needed that link too. Project Cormandy. The question here is, can you get more grant money if the property is super energy efficient? Yes, and that's why it's just more sources. It's not deal breakers, it all depends. But yes, that's it. See, the key is finding what's out there before you decide how to do it or even what to do. See, and that's it. See, we're guessing now. You can have a lot of guesses and a lot of potentials, what you would like or whatever, but the only way you can make a decision on what's right or wrong is not trusting me either, is that going going out there and researching and finding out what is available so you could figure out how best to use that, what is available, what's reality, and how you could make it, your reality, happen with your dream. So it may be focusing it a little differently, changing it a little, who knows, or just painting it a different color, same thing, and that's what really happened. Okay, Book a Librarian, this is great. Now, besides, see, what's great about a library, you could call up, they have Ask a Librarian in every library, and this, why these are important, you say, that's old school. Yes, it is, but the new school, Google and stuff like that, you can't get an answer. Now, what's good about libraries, you have somebody to talk to who does that research, like me. And they're researching all the time, like me. And so they know they're solving problems in their community, like you. People need money for this, that, or other. They're going to the library. People who know it's there. A lot of people don't or forgot it's there. So they're helping people with those answers for free. So that's why they've been there. They could help you. So you could do it on the phone, like chat and things like this with Ask a Librarian. They know the local community and what programs are local, your local government, stuff like that. All these other nonprofits that are around. What do you ask? Well, you have to have a question. Ask them anything. You say what to ask them is, hey, I have a financial problem with this. Where do you think I should go? Ask them just be honest. Don't give them an answer. Where do I, don't pretend you know the answer, that you're looking for this. Tell them, just explain the problem. I need financial assistance to do this. And then see what they do. Because otherwise, if you say, I want a grant to do this, then they're going to think, I go grant. But there's other ways to solve that problem. See, and you're not really getting it from them, what they know about that problem with the other ways. You only see one answer, and there may be 10 answers to solve it. And that's what limits it to do that. Okay, so book a librarian is where you make an appointment, and you get like a half hour of the librarian's time, belly to belly, one-on-one. Okay, they'll teach you how to search the internet. I mean, I've interviewed and I have videos on YouTube of librarians. They even help you set up, like, you don't know how to set up a store on Etsy. They help you do that. You're afraid, or how do I do this, Facebooky thing? Yeah. I mean, a lot of people really, if you haven't done it before, it's intimidating. So they do that. But more importantly, anything. You could book a librarian and say, I'm looking for money for college, or something like that. And just pick their brain. It's somebody like me, and this is why, I'm able to, on Lesko.com/talk, because I look for sources of information my whole life now for 40 years. When I talk to somebody and understand their problem, I could give them 3, 4, 5, 6 websites, that they don't have to fool with anything else until they finish that. Because otherwise, you go on the internet and you get 200 million and you're screwed. Because you're no closer than when you started, and you're further away because you have 20 million websites and you don't know what the hell to do with them. Before, you just had one problem. Now you got 20 million of them. So that's right. So looking to book a librarian. If they don't have that, you just say, ask a librarian. Okay, here's another neat thing too. If you have any seniors in your house who are thinking about reverse mortgages. Now, reverse mortgages is when, particularly older people, they have their house all paid for, or almost all paid for. Well, the financial services industry, oh, those friends at your bank. As friends at the financial services, what they have now is a new scheme where they get the house and then it's a reverse mortgage. Instead of you paying the mortgage, they own the house, so they pay you off. And it sounds great because you're already paid off on the house anyway, so somebody's going to give you money to live on, for the last, 10 years of your life or whatever it is, and that's a nice income. So people are getting sucked into this, and it's probably bad for them. Okay, now what we have here is HUD has paid for independent counselors all over the country. Okay, so these are experts in reverse mortgages and financial counseling that get grant money from the government to advise you on if this is a good deal for you or not. Anybody else asking the financial services industry, they have a motive to sell you something. These people have no motive to sell you anything. That's the kind of help you need, is somebody who knows this stuff but is not there selling you something. We're just too biased. It's too easy for me if you ask me a question, I have a book that could solve that problem. And it's too easy to do that. We're, our survival instincts, that lizard part of us or whatever it is that, that just needs food to survive. That's all that comes out. And you need more than that sometimes. I try not to be that way all the time, and that's why I like doing this. If I can help you for free, credit has to be a certain number to qualify. It depends. I don't know. If you own the house, I don't care about credit. They own the house. You're not borrowing money. You're giving money. So I don't understand what credit would be. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would check that. But that's if you go to HUD.gov, okay, HUD.gov. And what you're looking for there is reverse mortgage counselor. Reverse mortgage counselor at HUD.gov. Okay, that's what you want on that. Okay, now what else do we have here? Employment at 17-year high. Oh yeah, this is interesting. The jobs report that came out 2 days ago. So it was very good. In other words, we're not laying off a lot of people, less people are unemployed and everything. And actually, our employment rate is the lowest now than it's been in 17 years. Can you imagine that? 17 years? So it's the lowest rate of unemployment in 17 years. Okay, so that means, that jobs are getting scarcer to fill. So that means it's harder for employers to find people to work for them. Okay, so it's like 4.1%. Remember, like 2-3 years ago, or right after the recession, it was like 10%. So this is like 2.5 times less, that is. So that means employers have time, are looking for people, but wages aren't going up at all. Now that's amazing. So that means profits are going up, the economy's going up, everything's going up. Jobless, we're having more and more people are working. People, that means it's harder even for companies to find people to work, but wages are not moving. Wages are saying, and that to me is just I don't know, but it seems like the system's rigged. I mean, the people, making money don't want to share. Why are you wearing a clown outfit? To be funny, to have fun. Not to be funny. It's just to have fun. People treat me better. I've been wearing these 10, 20 years. I don't even remember. I got 20 of them in the thing. HUD.gov, reverse mortgage. Yes. Counselor. You're looking for the counselors. That's what you want to do in HUD.gov is look for the counselors. And they'll sit down with you and they'll explain your situation and whatever, and help you evaluate if this is right. Sure. Don't forget, every salesman has a pitch that makes it look irresistible for you to give them money. That's what they spend their career doing, trying to figure out what to say, as long as they don't go to jail, so that it's the right thing that you will give them money. And so you're not armed well enough to fight these people. Oh my God, you're wearing an outfit that's sitting in your closet for 20 years. Well, no, not the same one. Probably some of them. I just have 20 suits, but I've been wearing these suits for 15, 20 years, something like that. Search shoots with question marks, and I've gone through bunches of them. But that's what okay, now, so that's important to remember. I think anything like that. There's actually HUD counselors just for buying a house, and they're free like that. So that's why you got, there's counselors for starting a business. Here, I have a course. I'll show you how to use these. On Lesko.com/course. Now, it's government's best grants and help for any business or invention. That shows you how to use the government office to help you evaluate any business idea you have. And with this coupon code, you get a half price. It's BGrant50, so that's half price there. And it shows you where to go to evaluate your business idea, your invention, how to get government contracts, how to find money. I mean, they help hundreds of thousands of people every year. They're all free. Again, they're getting grants to help you for free. And they also help you get money and all that kind of. They're not a money source themselves, but they help you. They help you think through. I think the biggest thing is, particularly if you go on the internet and somebody promises you'll make $1 zillion as long as you give them $300 to, buy this money-making opportunity. Well, it's probably bullshit, but you don't know, and it sounds great, and I don't know for sure, but you should worry like hell. And where do you get good, helpful advice on that is that place, okay? So that's Lesko.com/course, and it's best government grants and help for business or invention, okay? And then it's Grant 50. Or again, go to my YouTube channel. I got lots of videos, on there. Okay, one last one here. I think we have last one. Okay. Here is, if you're a vet, somebody's a vet. Make sure they know something called the County Veterans Service Office. So if you Google right now, County Veterans Service Office, and put in your county name and state, because a lot of counties are in more than one state, so you'll get the wrong state maybe. So County Veterans Service Office with your county and your state, and then they're the people you contact if a veteran's looking for financial assistance for anything. I've seen studies, the General Accounting Office, these are the bean counters in Washington here for the government, showed that if people use this service versus anything else, this service gets you twice as much money as anybody else. Isn't that great? Twice as much money, maybe even more than me. I don't specialize in veterans programs. I have them all, and I'll show you. But my range is broader. So this is a great place. So if you know a vet, somebody's active military or whatever, these are the places to turn to. Not only that, you never only do one thing. That's why you keep going, particularly if you don't get it. If you get all you need, then yes, you stop. If you don't, that is not the end. The end is never, the end is the last place you look, not the first place you look. And that's why you have to keep going and going and going. And that's the name of the game on everything. Going, 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 going. Okay, so let me make sure that anybody, free research help. This is the best thing I've done. 5 research, Lesko.com/5free. 5 free. Lesko.com/5 free. And that's a download. That's a video ebook. It tells you the best 5 sources, how they'll help you for free, what they offer, and other tips about doing your own research. So if you want to do your own research, you start with that. I specialize in 3 areas. I'll do a research report for you on starting a business. So I'll do all the sources for where you live to start or grow any kind of business. I do one for housing. This is all the housing stuff you did. I was just finishing one up today for Connecticut area, and I do that. Veterans Affairs Response Agent instead of waiting. I'm not sure. Oh. I'm sorry. 10 new pro. Okay, no, that's enough. Somebody asked me a question. I was trying to answer while I was talking, but obviously I can't do both. I think I can, but now I forgot everything. Oh, so the 5 free. Oh, I do the reports. One on starting a business or nonprofit. One on housing, all the housing programs for where you live or want to live. And the third one is my best work ever, I think, in 40 years of doing this, is what I call, it's a state one-stop. So if you go to Lesko.com, there it is. One stop, Lesko.com, one stop up here, Lesko.com, one stop. You could download right away. I got about 14 states already done. You will get a listing. It's about a 400-page report of 327 sources of free money and help for your state. So this is all the personal grants, all the financial assistance, all the free services that are available in your state. It's the huge, this is what I think every person living in America should have. It's a reference source you could use for the rest of your life. You don't have Illinois, but just order Illinois and you'll get it in 2 weeks. So you could order, I have one that doesn't, that says for any state. So if you click on that for any state, and I will do it, and you'll have the first Illinois one because I have your money and I want to please you first. Okay, and then also lesko.com/talk. This is where you and I get on the phone, 15 minutes or so, and I just go read the reviews. That's what I say. I just got another one yesterday. They're just so heartwarming to me. It's very egotistical for me and selfish, but it's still good. I like seeing it, and maybe because it is selfish. But take a look at my reviews. I got about 40 or 50 of them. What people say when they talk to me like that. Now if my ex-wives only knew that. They all been nice. Don't worry. Great. It's a bad joke. See, maybe I'm like the senator who was doing a joke. This thing. Yeah, some jokes aren't too funny, are they? Okay. For Easter, you must wear a bunny ears and covered with question marks. Actually, what I do at Easter, I go to sit on the Easter bunny's lap, in the mall, where they have the Easter bunny, and I get in a question mark suit and sit in his lap. I wear question mark suits every day, and so I have a picture of me and the Easter bunny. Yeah, and I do that for Santa and everything. What the heck do you mean? Dude is talking about real estate. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay, guys, I'll be back. I don't know tomorrow yet. Depends on how busy I am. I'll try to announce ahead of time. All the time I can't. Depends on, I'm doing research every day for clients. So if you want me to do one of those 3 projects for you, just let me know. That's how I get smart. So I love doing them, and it's fun to, it's there. Man, you mean there's a grant to buy a new toilet? Yeah. Actually, there is in New York City. You get a grant to buy a new toilet. How do you like that? You never know what to ask for, right? Do you have any grants for toilets? Yes. If a park was made in your honor, what would you want it to be used for? I wouldn't want it made in my honor. There's people that do real good stuff in life, and we should take care of a lot of other people before worrying about me. Are you wearing a funny looking glasses? Well, they're sort of. I just broke a nice pair I had. I get them real cheap online from China. China. How does Trump say China? I forget. But they're a fraction. I used to get real expensive looking. No. And then sometimes I was going to send these, have some little question marks painted, because like 20 bucks, some artists will just paint it on anything you want, and that's sort of cool. Okay, guys, thank you so much. See you soon. Have fun. It's snowing here in D.C., so it's sort of fun. I'm going to go make a snowman. Bye. I'm made in America. Thanks for saying that. Nice words help. Yeah, let your friends know this is around. I love to help more people. So if you could let people know, it'd be great. Now, I don't know how to get, here's the end. See ya.